Monday. Break it home. Allegedly, this is the best watering hole in the South Shore, the Next Page Cafe. So what do you got going on here? You got bands, you got great food, you got a pizza maker who made 3 million pizzas in his life?
Yeah, Stevie's dad owned a place in Quincy, the Alumni Cafe, and his dad kept pretty good records, and yeah, they were doing over 2,500 pizzas a week.
You've made 3 million pizzas.
That's right.
Like, you counted it? Like, your OCD, you like have a notch that you like count them? Like, how do you know?
Well, actually, my dad called me one day at work in about the mid-1980s, and he says to me, and he did all the books. I handed him all the paperwork at the end of the day. So he says to me, do you know how many pizzas you made? And jokingly, I said 1 million, and he says, nope, 2 million. We just went past 2 million. And then I was there, and eventually we sold 3.5 million.
So we've been fortunate enough since his dad sold the Alumni that Stevie's come over here and joined us for the last 17 years. So yeah, it's worked out pretty well, along with having Rosa Toscano with the...
We're going to talk to Rosa in a few minutes, too. She's over there cooking up a storm. Look at it. It's unbelievable. She's a calabrese. You know what calabrese means in Italian? Testadura.
Testadura, that's...
That means hard head. Believe me, I know. I got a lot of calabrese in my family. Hey, Ed, we got to get... Listen, I think I got to help out here. I should take that pizza. You want me to get it? I already know what we're going to order here. Look at this. Are you ever going to retire?
No. I die now.
Your boss over there, right? He just was he was so happy to hear you say that.
Big smile.
Yeah. So when I found out about this place, I did a little research, and it's like the staple. This is like the most popular place. You have bands here, like some of the best bands in New England come here.
Yeah, we have great bands. We were actually voted #1 in New England on a couple of occasions. So we started out with blues music, and it's just something that really worked for us, and it created that nice atmosphere. And then we went on to some classic rock bands. So it started 1 day a week, and now we're actually doing it 3 days a week.
So what, Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Yeah.
So you guys closed it all?
No, we're open 7 days a week.
7 days a week. So you're here every day?
Every day.
It's a labor of love.
It's a labor of love, absolutely.
I mean, you come in here, I feel like it's like an old neighborhood bar.
Yeah.
You know, you got food, you got great food, you got great people, you got your family working here.
Yeah, I got my sister over here. Cindy's been great.
I have a job here because
Is you the best bartender?
yes, and it's good to have a little blood in the house.
Right.
Yes.
Because he can trust you.
He can trust me,
That's good.
right? Yep.
I actually have my first bartender that ever started with me, Jill Fitzgerald. She's still behind the bar tonight, actually. So
Just ask you a question quick. So, Jill.
Yes.
How long have you been working here?
Since the beginning.
19 years.
19 years, thank you, yes.
19 years. All right, listen.
19 years.
Can I help you make a drink back here? All right, what do we got here? Somebody needs a Bud Light. What do you need?
Somebody do a selfie with Eddie.
What's up, man? Good to see you. How you doing?
We probably need some ice.
Want me to get some ice?
Yeah, but I'm gonna put it in
How
there.
about if I pour some ice down your pants? All right. I haven't had sausage stew in a long time. Are you kidding me? Red peppers in there and everything? Little sausage. Wow. Are you kidding me? This is unbelievable.
anything all day. I love this stuff. Me too.
Salud.
Salud.
Salud. So what's your most favorite thing about this place? Like
The pizza.
pizza?
And the bartenders.
The bartenders and the pizza. How about you? Most favorite thing?
My mom being the bartender.
Oh, that's your mother?
My sister's a bartender here. She's not here tonight.
All right. So what's your most favorite thing about this place?
Just how much of a family place it is. We're all always here. If we want to go somewhere or do something, this is where we come.
This is like a second home to me. I've literally grown up here all the time. I'm here all the time.
I'm so stuffed right now. I gotta go tell Rosa how good her cooking was. Rosa?
Yes, my dear.
I gotta give you a hug.
Oh, my head stink like
That's okay. You stink like a mule, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. Next time time you're in the South Shore of Boston, stop in Weymouth, Mass. Check out the Next Page Cafe. Music, food, booze, best time. Check it out. Come on down. Coronavirus. Welcome to the I Love Monday show. I'm Carlo, Mr. Monday, and I'm here with Donnie Zollo, who just got back from Lake Tahoe.
That's right, baby.
Tell me some factoids about Lake Tahoe. What did you learn about Lake Tahoe?
Did you know that you could submerge the entire Empire State Building in the deepest part of Lake Tahoe and it would not be evident above water?
How many feet is that?
It's over 1,600 feet. In fact, you could take the entire volume, I think you call it, of California and put it under 4 inches of water if you were to take all of the water from Lake Tahoe and put it into California.
Did you ski? Did you go swim?
I skied, and it's dangerous as fuck skiing there because it's so gorgeous. Like, you're just going down the hill and you're just looking out at the view, but you're not paying attention to what's in front of you. But luckily, I'm very athletic, so it didn't really come into play.
You are very athletic and cute.
I'm both, yeah.
Really? Did you swim in the lake?
I didn't, but I went down and I touched the water. I flirted with it. I was like, if I had to change of clothes, I was like, I'd fucking do this.
How cold?
Dude,
Like, is it?
I looked it up. It's the water in the winter in Tahoe is just as warm as the beaches of Maine in the summer.
Damn.
The beaches of Maine are freezing.
Yeah, it sucks.
Right.
I know, but like people go into the water, so like you could obviously live if you wanted to Tahoe water. And the other thing I was blown away by, I always thought that clear water that you can see all the way down to the bottom, I thought that was like in the Bahamas only, like tropical places. It's fucking there too. It's in cold water places. It was a fucking awesome place.
How did Lake Tahoe originate?
Well, it came down from I don't fucking know.
It was a volcanic crater 42 million years ago. Just so you know.
There's one piece of me that wants to believe you on that.
You know when I'm lying.
Yeah, but that feels good. You're just selling it.
I did. I sold it good.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were putting a book report together or something last
It's the balls. I can't wait to go back.
I think of The Godfather when I think of Lake Tahoe.
I do too.
I think of The Godfather. Fredo got killed in the member.
I looked for the house, and
was.
the house has been turned into a bunch of fancy condos, but they have the location of it. It looks nothing like it did in the movie. I want to go back for the summer. I hear the summer's even better.
How were the females?
Very bundled up.
Really? Only when you came around, they bundled up.
Right. There's not much for nightlife. I was kind of surprised. I thought it was going to be like Killington. Like, you ever go to Killington? Killington is like a winter. It's like.
I went there for my brother's bachelor party. My brother Phil, Killington, Vermont.
Be a man. Be a man.
Yeah, be a man. Kleski, how you doing?
I am doing very well.
Talk to me. What's going on with you? How
I'm
are
excited. We have an after show. I don't know if anybody wants to tune in, but at 11 o'clock we're going live with a very special coverage of the Corey documentary. I don't know if you guys know anything about it, but
that's a Feldman person.
Feldman and Haim.
Oh, okay. How come you don't like this, by the way? You keep throwing this down.
I don't. It's not that I hate that. It's that you always block the view of the monitor, and then I don't know what the fuck's going on. And I mean, if you looked like this, you'd want to see yourself too.
You should dye your beard.
I think the beard's coming off. By the next time I'm on here, it'll probably be off. This was kind of a Stallone Rocky IV thing I had going.
I heard you're not scheduled to be on the show again for another year.
Oh. Well, I said it'd be off before then. It could be off by tomorrow for all we know.
Who is Miss Monday?
Miss Monday this week is Mallory. She's 32. She's from upstate New York. She loves Mondays because it's the perfect day to balance and start planning for next week's adventures. And Mallory loves adventures. When she's not traveling her full-time marketing gig, she likes to spend her free time doing yoga. A lot of our Monday girls like yoga, huh?
Yeah, because they know Mr. Monday's a yoga guy, so they want to be like me.
They want to be centered when they get here.
They want to do a yoga class with me.
I'm flexible. Miss Monday is brought to you this week by Sammy Carlos in East Boston. Head down to 567 Bennington Street for the amazing breakfast, lunch, dinner, and I don't know, everything they have down there is beautiful.
Sammy Carlos, unbelievable sandwiches.
It's really good sandwiches.
They're delicious.
And their breakfast is...
What about the Velo Vodka, one of our vodka sponsors? They're pretty good?
Yeah.
Are you drinking vodka again?
I'm free to drink vodka again. I finished my 75 hard, 75 days no booze, and now I'm open. If I want to have some, I can do it.
All right.
Yeah, that Velo's very good.
Yeah, who asked you? All right, let's go to the next one. Let's shoot the shit. American Airlines mechanic jailed for tampering with sensors.
Abdul Mahid Maroof Ahmed Alani, a 60-year-old man with 5 names, was sentenced to 37 months in prison for sabotaging an American Airlines jet. This was last July. Alani, an American Airlines mechanic, purposely glued styrofoam into the nose of a 737 before it was due to take off. He did this so that he would then have to fix it and get overtime for it. So he was basically fiddling with your safety so that he could get time and a half.
How do you abbreviate his name?
I just say it fast. I
would
go,
you want
Abdul-Mahid
I'm just saying,
Maruf.
it's such a long name. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's actually my aunt's name.
Really?
Yeah.
Is she Arab?
Italian.
Really?
It's really bizarre.
What do you think about this guy tampering with the plane? American Airlines already had enough troubles, like in 9/11.
Yeah, you know what? At first, when I read that he was tampering with I thought it was tampering with like the bathroom smoking stuff. And I was like, 37 months, that seems a little harsh.
He's a
But let me say,
mechanic.
You're fucking around with the plane, like the flying mechanism. Yeah, fuck you.
You're the
like-
guy who's supposed to prevent that from
This
happening.
guy knows how to make a plane go down, and this guy's part of ISIS.
If the stewardess put styrofoam in there to delay it so she didn't have to leave for an hour,
She should.
it's slightly different than the guy who's making sure the plane is sound.
I think it's just as shitty.
It's equally shitty, but it should be a longer jail sentence.
Did they do like a background check on this guy? Do you have any idea? Did they
I'm
say-
sure Abdul-Mahid Maruf Ahmad Alani got a background check at Southwest.
I can't imagine why there would be any red
Yeah.
flag to set off a background
I
check.
don't want to.
I know. He's at American Airlines, by the way, not Southwest.
You should see his name placard. It's like 6 inches
Can
long.
even fit.
No, it's brilliant.
All right, let's go to the next one. A real lazy boy, the ultimate gaming bed.
All right. Bahuet, a Japanese gaming furniture company, sells this gaming bed. They start at $600, they go up to $1,100, and they have all the bells and whistles. It's basically for kids that don't want to get out of bed. They just want to play video games for 24 hours a day. It has a beanbag function, a typewriter, fucking everything you can imagine.
Does it have a record player too?
It has everything. You can defecate in this thing, and it'll self-clean.
Oh, really?
Would you want one for $1,100?
It's got a portable crapper in it?
No, but I'm sure this kid doesn't mind rooting in his own shit, right?
All right, so I heard about this, and instantly I went to my defensive, like, oh, this kid's a fucking idiot. Yeah, the future's fucked. Oh my god! And then I saw the bed and the price, and I was like, that's actually quite reasonable. Have you gone to look for a bed? I looked for a new bed like a couple months ago, and I mean, if you want to get a respectable bed, you're looking $2,000. So how much was this?
$1,100 it tops out at.
$1,100. It's got all these little
What's the
extra.
matter with your old bed? Why do you need a new bed?
A lot of mileage.
Oh, really? Did you have a Gaming Boy in it with you?
Did I have a game? I just had a boy. Yes, I had a gaming boy.
But look at this guy. This kid's got a mask on.
You know what though? Everybody's looking at it through. Everybody's looking at this through American eyes, through laziness. But in Japan, they have smaller housing and units or whatever. So like, you don't have room for a
that's
desk. You don't
Why,
have room
'cause
for
they're
whatever. Well, everything looks different through Japanese eyes. I'm just saying, you're looking at it through yours.
Why? What's the matter with their eyes?
Nothing. I'm just saying it's a viewpoint.
Okay.
I'm actually on board with this gaming bed thing. I think it actually looks pretty cool, and for $1,100, I'm like, fuck it, let's bring it on.
Looks like a hospital bed, like something you would have in a hospital. I mean, it's like a jinx.
Where's your bed? Fucking your hospital.
I don't think
Microsoft.
I don't think either of you are gonna fit in that bed.
I mean, Dawn would like to fit it together. But
That kid Billy does. You guys have a couple
If we're
inches on him.
spooning, we're only going to take up 2/3 of our height, anyways, Carlos. So I think
that's true.
And how's this fat kid
Knees
supposed
to chest.
How's this fat kid supposed to reach that coke? There's no way, right?
Well, that's to work on your core strength. It was ergonomically designed that if you want to go and get a big gulp, you got to work your 4th and 5th abs.
Good luck to this generation.
Yeah, right.
All right, let's go to the next one in Arkansas. Arkansas father accused of assaulting his son to death for eating a piece of cake.
All right, now see, this is a story that I'm interested in solely for the headline. We search through like the craziest stories to try to bring people interesting stories. And this one, it's a story about a man murdering his child, but they pitch it as it's about cake stealing. Why do they do that?
Because the guy's a pig. I don't know.
Not why did the guy kill
the
the
agenda of big flour.
No,
That's
but
what
my
they're
point
doing.
is that that's clickbait, and that's what people are trying to clickbait on. Isn't that disgusting?
Look at the father and the son. They look nothing alike.
Well, because one's eating cake and one's not.
You know? I mean...
It's a horrible, terrible story, and the only reason we're
covering it... He pulled the kid's teeth out with pliers. I mean, that's something like the Three Stooges would do.
Jesus Christ.
Do you know what I'm saying? This is far-fetched.
That's why a lot of kids don't let their parents watch TV.
And he was in a cage, had the kid in a cage. Did you see that?
We've had a couple stories about children in cages. I think they're getting better now, though, right?
Well, this was not...
Crate and Barrel, isn't that a children's store?
You can do jumping jacks in the cages these days.
Yeah, they have it better than us. We were left on the streets. So anything could have happened to us. Let's move on.
Okay.
Please.
Donnie picked that one out.
Yeah, bullshit, I picked that one out.
High school coach wrenched gym to
This is where we
twerk
should be
instructor.
Nastya Nas shared videos of her boisterous ass, I guess. She twerks.
Is her name Nice Ass? Or not, what was her name?
Nastya Nas?
Oh.
I don't know. Is that like a... Did I not say
It's
it
code
correctly?
for Nice Ass.
Probably, right?
Yep.
She's a senior high school... She did this at a gym in a high school.
In Miami.
It's a 13-minute video of her slapping her ass cheeks together. The High Tide Boys basketball coach Jacob Shaw gave Nass and her crew permission to film the video. But now everybody's up in arms about it.
Why? Because they did it at high school?
Because it's dirty movements.
Did they do it during school hours?
My concern would be like if the school's reimbursed for that or something and it goes towards something. What the fuck?
Yeah, like they rented the gym.
What was the Britney Spears video? She's
But it's
not
high
doing
school
this kind of the
stuff.
same thing.
But as long as you're not doing it as like a high school event, like, you know, come on down to the state-sanctioned twerking finals.
All right,
I
let's
don't
push
give a
it.
shit.
Can you? Would you be able to shoot a porn there, as long as it was on a weekend? You know, like Martin Luther
That's a
King
big
weekend.
difference.
It's a long
Twerking and
weekend.
porn,
You get
come
3
on.
days. Nobody
Yeah.
can clean at the next one.
I think twerk and porn are very different.
They are, but I'm saying if you're going to say yes to one, you have to say yes to both.
Oh, in this imaginary hypothetical that makes no sense
don't
at
think
all,
so.
then yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I mean, did you? This she has like 8 million followers. This chick. Did you see her
Yeah,
twerking?
I did. Well, I didn't see her twerking. I saw she's got
She's
8
got some
million
good
followers.
movements.
But your argument was that nobody's there and that the school is compensated. So why is it different for something else?
I don't really have a... People twerk in high school, I'm sure. Like in the hallway, you don't get in trouble for it, I don't think.
When did twerking originate, and who invented it?
I don't know when it started, but I know when it took off was when it got mentioned in
Pearl
Ray
Jam
Donovan.
concerts.
When Ray Donovan, it seemed to be like they did an episode where one of the characters was really into twerking, and it seemed to take off.
in New Orleans in the mid-90s. Come on, guys.
I was going to say, Ray
Did you
Donovan
make that up,
way too many.
Tonzo?
Nope, that's 100% fact.
Tonzo's a twerker. He's a male twerk.
Male twerk.
All right, let's go to the last one. Survivalist spends $30,000 on supplies on the coronavirus fears.
Yeah, Jesse Colombo has 240 pounds of rice, 192 cans of Spam, and large bags of uncooked beans, among masses of other items that he stockpiled in his Texas home. He thought the coronavirus was going to be something that was going to lock people up, nobody would have any food, and he spent $30,000 of his own money to ensure that he will eat rice and beans for the next 10 years.
Dumb.
I'm not sure if I'm more sick of hearing about the coronavirus or Tom Brady right now. Like, which one are you more sick of?
Oh, I'm going to be honest with you. I've tuned out of the news, and I fucking love it. So I've listened to, like, almost nothing. Although the coronavirus still makes it to my ears, even though I don't listen
You've
to
had a
the
lot of
news.
life changes lately. Like you,
Yeah. I'm
Spiritual.
I'm getting rid of the bullshit, Carlo. I ain't got fucking time for it.
You're really
I don't.
you're waking up.
Yeah.
What would it take?
Proud of you.
What would it take as far as like, let's say, I mean, this is a hypothetical. The coronavirus is bullshit, whatever. What would it take for you to be like, I need to start prepping? Like, what kind of event? Like they're going to shut down several things. The parade shut down
if
due
my
to
neighbors
this.
died.
Like, how high does it need to escalate before you start?
If my neighbors dropped dead, I'd go,
I don't know, but
I think.
that's
I'd
how
probably
fucking concerned I am with the fucking coronavirus. Okay?
Yeah, look. All right, I guess we'll talk about
I
it
am
then.
so not. It's amazing the amount of. I could not give a shit less about this thing. I could not care less about it.
I think it's
And
blown way out of proportion.
And I think they're trying to scare you because it sells commercials. And I'm
remember a couple years ago, measles was the next thing, and it's like.
Do you remember like they used to the mumps,
Hiccups,
They'd be like,
hiccups
for a while.
like they would make shows and they were like, oh, all the kids, like the Brady Bunch, like they got the measles, they got the mumps, and they'd laugh about it. And now it's a pile of shit. They're trying to scare you, and I ain't fucking buying it anymore.
It's because the millennials are running the news stations.
It's because fear sells fucking ads. That's what it is.
Yeah, like when there's a half a snowstorm and it's the blizzard of something else.
Right.
They do it with everything.
Yeah.
All right, let's check
Which, by the way, I just want to go back to that guy spending $30,000 and all that stuff. Why would you announce it? Now everybody
They can
who
rob
knows-
you.
They can rob you like
They're
that.
blind. Did you ever have Spam?
I've had it. I don't really remember what it tastes like. It's Hawaiian, right?
I don't know. It sounds it.
I think it is. Like I think it's like don't you put like a pineapple?
I don't
on
know
the
if it's
Spam?
Hawaiian, but I know
it's
it's-
like
That doesn't make it Hawaiian.
It's canned.
it's like a canned ham with a canned ham.
It's a canned processed ham, dog.
With,
disgusting.
With a pineapple on top. I think Dole is big
The
in this.
garnish is suggested, not required.
The Dole dominates the Spam market, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, look, we're going to check out a new segment, and we'll be right back with more in a few minutes.
Yeah!
You came because you care. You care to make come better. You want to come better. I'm here for Eurosex tips, and I'll give you tips to make your orgasm have the best come ever. Secrets to bringing out best. Secrets to bring out pulling it down and then pulling out. All of my tips give you guaranteed best calm ever. You could be on mountain with a goat and you bring 4-sleeve Ritz cracker. You wait till sunset. Guaranteed best calm ever. Rewatch Night Court DVD. Bake soft pretzels. And then best. You right here coming up. You have the best calm ever. House sit at a relative's house and hand clean their fish tank. Yeah, down in the rocks, pull out hand, smell finger. Oh, best calm ever. Field strip, AK-47. Join a softball league, administrative paperwork. Then bustin' best cum you ever had. To have best cum ever, you need to get to a place where you can come best. It's easy.
Hi, I'm Mr. Monday. If I want to get shot out of a cannon on a Monday, I have to be fresh and ready to go. Hey, let's face it, us men, we're all a bunch of hairy animals, but we could use a little trim. How come every time I try, I cut my sack and I bleed? If you're gonna put clippers and blades near your family jewels, it's time to use right tools. The new Lawnmower 2.0 from Manscaped has skin-safe technologies, so this trimmer won't nick and snag your nuts. Having an accident below the belt is a thing of the past. Get 20% off and free shipping with code GARDEN at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use code GARDEN. There's a lot of nuts out there. Now it's time to handle them with care. So, Kluska, before we keep the show moving, we got a special guest on the phone.
Yeah.
Robert Kraft. Bob Kraft, Patriots owner. Do we have him on the phone?
Hello. Am I coming in okay?
Hey, what's up, Robert? How you doing, Mr. Kraft?
You can call me RKK.
All right, RKK. What's going on?
That's what my friends call me.
You sound
at the massage parlors.
You sound a little nasal. How you doing?
I'm old. Is what is happening, and this coronavirus and the Tommy Brady thing is just wearing me thin.
Really? So what's going on? We all want to know, is Tommy coming back? What's the story?
Tommy is coming back, but we just don't know where he's gonna be. He may back up Meek Hill.
Really?
Meek Mill.
Oh, the singer?
The singer who's my very, very good friend.
Yeah, does he sing for you, like the two of you alone?
He raps. He raps while I beatbox.
Have you been drinking today, Robert?
Never had a drink in my entire life.
Really? So, what's the story? I mean, you get tons of money. Why can't you just give, like, Brady, like, some side cash that no one knows about? Or, like, take care of this guy. Look what he did for you.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but he has a TB12 studio, which he may or may not be paying for. And there is a thing called the salary cap,
right?
Which you're not allowed to sidestep unless you go to massage parlors, which I've never been to.
So, I mean, do you guys live next door to each other?
No.
You don't own that property that he just sold?
He is not living there anymore in Brookline. He is in a part of the country like Coco Beware, parts unknown.
Okay.
Papa Shango.
So you can't give us any information.
And he knows Doink.
You can't give us any information if he's coming back or not.
I cannot legally talk about it until March.
What about your son? Should I talk to your son about this?
Jonathan?
Yeah.
Jonathan is in the back room right now working on our resolution soccer team.
He seems like a weasel. I'm sorry.
Thank you for saying that. you seem like a dickhead.
I can be.
It's the best possible
especially when
way.
the Patriots owner calls in drunk and doesn't answer my question about Tom Brady.
How dare you?
I mean, All right, listen, Robert, we're going to end this conversation.
Please.
All right? But do you have tickets for me?
I do not have any tickets. No one's going to the games anymore. The coronavirus has canceled everything.
How are you going to handle this when Brady doesn't come back and the Boston fans, New England fans hate you?
There's no chance that the New England Patriots fans will ever hate me, because I will not be here if they do. They'll hate Jonathan.
Yeah, well, I don't blame him. I hate him, too.
Or BB.
All right.
It's Bill Belichick.
Thank you. All right, look it. Thank you, Mr. Kraft, for telling us
Thank you
nothing.
in the background.
Telling us nothing. Have a great night. Jesus. I mean, you kidding me? This guy?
I can't believe you
Was he
got
hammered?
him to call in. You friends with him? Or?
No, somebody knows him. My cousin Keith knows him.
He owed Tonzo a favor.
All right, Kluski, what do we got next?
Our next guest got his start in Boston radio. He's a great comedian who's performed with Jeff Ross, Tom Papa, Gary Gulman, and a million more. Put it together for Graig Murphy.
What's going on?
An amazing phone call you had right there.
What did Kluski say? Kluski said you were in porn?
No, never been. No, I don't.
That's what it sounded like, Klusk.
I don't have the equipment for that.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Thanks for coming up. Were you from Weymouth?
I am from Weymouth, Massachusetts.
We just did an out to lunch in Weymouth.
An out to lunch? Is that what they call
What's
that?
the name of the bar? He might be familiar with it.
Trying
to
to blank?
The Next Page.
Yeah.
Yes.
Owned by Eddie Page.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been
The Next
there many
Page Cafe.
times. Oh yeah,
He's the best.
Yeah, have you guys?
Were you in the band there over there?
No, I know some of the guys that work there that do the band, but that's a
That's a cool spot.
They have the best bar pizza in Weymouth.
Solid bar pie.
Solid bar
Do
pie.
you guys know what that is up here?
What is it?
A bar pie?
Yeah, we know what it is.
Not so much. It's small. Monty's is small, but it's cooked out of a pan.
You been to Monty's?
I have been to Monty's.
Wow, from Weymouth, you drove all the way to Monty's?
Had friends up here.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got a couple more. You're friends with this guy?
I work up here. I mean, Giggles and Kowloon and.
But how do you know this guy?
Softball.
Yeah, softball.
Is he
Not
any
a
good?
softball. He was a very good softball
What
player.
positions he play?
He would play outfield, left field. Got a cannon of an arm.
Really? You
Yeah.
do, huh?
Yeah.
You never told me about this. You're very modest.
Yeah, because softball's not even my good sport. So imagine what it's going to be like when we play basketball.
Yeah, you're going to get injured.
You're fucked.
You're 170 pounds, I'm 230, fucking animal. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
but
get
you got to catch me.
160 now.
You got to catch me.
140.
So Gary Gulman, you worked with him before, huh?
I have worked with him before.
He's supposed
yeah.
to come up on the show, and he blew us off.
That happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the type of guy?
No, he's a nice guy. He helped me out when I was younger. He was one of the first guys to put me on that Nesson's Comedy All-Stars show. Well before I should have been on.
Really?
Anything to do with that.
So you used to call him the Wine Line? That's
yeah.
how you became...
I didn't do Bob Kraft though. That was really him.
Really?
I just called him. Yeah. No, I used to.
Tell us about the Wine Line.
So before I did comedy, I liked to write. I liked to do voices back then, and I was working for Red Bull, running my route, and I'd listen to sports radio all day long. And it was when sports radio was king, and I thought you could write bits about it, so I started writing bits about it with voices that I could do. Terry Francona was one of my first.
I remember that.
And that was Terry Francona and Grady Glittle at the time.
Right,
and,
right.
And I don't know if anyone still remembers what Terry Francona sounded like.
No,
but
what's he sound like?
He had a different kind of voice.
Yeah.
And he was the Red Sox manager during the 2004 World Series.
Which we got to give him credit.
And again, he won here. And I'm sure everyone's already forgotten. Like that's fucking dead. These voices.
Did he get 2 championships? Was he
got 2.
He had 2.
He was
He had 2.
Too bad he left.
Well, he got run out of town.
run out of town hard by the owners.
Right.
And then the owners threw some fucking...
So it was fun. It was good to write. Yeah, it was good to write like little bits about stuff, and then it was like a little celebrity type thing going on because you'd wait, and then come 5:30 every day they would play those messages, and it was
funny.
huge. It was the biggest rated sports segment, I believe, on the East Coast.
Was that Dennis and Callahan right
No,
after their show?
that was Big Show.
Oh.
DNC was on in the morning. There was a midday show. Dale
Dale
knew
Arnold.
Me. Yeah, Dale Arnold knew me, and then it was Ordway.
I
and
love
then,
Newmy.
Newmy's Weymouth guy.
Newmy's a good guy.
Newmy's from Weymouth.
Wow.
Hometown brother.
3 great guys from Weymouth I know now.
Who else?
Oh.
Who's the third?
Newmy, Page, and
Eddie
you.
Page.
Yeah, you. I'm putting you up there.
And then the Cordry brothers.
I don't know them. Who are they? They sound like fighters.
Rob Cordry and Nate
They
Cordry.
sound like hockey fighters.
No, great actors.
Are they really?
Oh yeah. You would know their faces. Trust me.
What were they?
Were you doing comedy at the time when you
No,
were...
that's what started it.
Okay.
My first time ever on stage was at the Winey Awards at the Boston Garden. 4,000 people.
How'd you get picked to do it?
my one of my wines, well, a couple of my wines, they thought were going to be were the best.
Not your drinking wines, your whiny voice.
My
Right?
WHINE. Yeah. So
Just wanted. I want people to.
We got to clear it up for him.
Tony V, first comedian I ever met, brought me on stage.
Tony V was up our show.
Yeah,
he's the best.
He's a legend.
He's awesome.
Absolutely.
I remember seeing a picture of you holding the whinies with Tony V, and it was like that was like kind of right when you got into stand up, right?
2000. That was like 2 years after.
Okay, I saw a picture of you two, and that's when I just started comedy, and I was like, oh, this guy does comedy too. And I was like, I didn't even know.
I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I asked Tony, I go, what do I do? He goes, you got to go to an open mic night. And it took me 2 years to get the balls to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
So you didn't want to be a comedian. You just
No, I always did.
Oh, you did.
I just didn't. It was
scared.
It was very much easier to hide behind a phone than it was to get on stage.
Right.
It took me 20 years before I got over my. I wanted to do it since I was like 12. I did it when I was 32. That was the first time I ever got on stage. So yeah, it takes a lot to get up there the first time.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's harder starting back then too. Now you go on Facebook groups, you find things or whatever. Back then it was like you had to go to a comedy club and say, how do I do this? And all that shit.
I was going to the shittiest open mics ever, which can also comedy's the only thing where
can sculpt you though.
You're at your lowest level, and they put you in the toughest environments.
Absolutely, especially in this neck of the woods.
That's only going to make you better.
Yeah, but it's like if you want to be a football player, it's like, oh, you want to play football? Have you thought about the Super Bowl? Like that's what it is. You're going into the worst environment possible when you have like no skill set.
I've said this. You probably agree that this area does it absolutely ass backwards as far as if you're brand new, you start the show.
Right.
That's how it works. You ever gone to a movie? If the first 20 minutes sucks, you're done. I don't want to watch this anymore.
Right.
So you want to hit them in the beginning. In other cities, they put the middle guy up front. They hide the guy in the first guy in the beginning.
They hide like they put Zollo in
the middle.
They put the Zollo in the middle. Fuck you.
Well, hey, go get yourself a bathroom break. We'll put this guy up here. No, but it's crazy how he's right. John's like, they just throw you to the wolves. If I would go to an open mic right now, I would eat my dick.
Like
it's hard. It's hard.
If you can get through that first year, you have what it takes to keep doing it. But that first year, can that fucking punch you in the face? It's hard.
There's some comics like your older guys who've been around who like just don't help you, and then there's some guys who are just big helps.
Oh, huge.
But in Boston,
Everyone
more than
helps.
I thought. Not everybody, but way more than I thought. I went into this thinking that it's cutthroat. You know, everyone's gonna try to go at you. There was more help than you could ever believe, and more friendships.
They're probably just as nervous like as you guys are, probably, even though they've been doing it all the time.
I doubt it.
You think Lenny Clark's nervous anymore?
No.
You see him in the Jordan commercial?
I did.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
And then Tony was in the Hyundai commercial.
Yes, Super Bowl commercial. Halftime, I think.
Oh, that was right.
National Super Bowl
That's
commercial.
right. That was a great commercial.
Great commercial.
That was awesome.
Greg's hilarious. My sister went to see you at Prince. She was with a couple of friends. She said before the show, she saw you guys order grilled chicken, and she was like, "There's no way I'm going to think this guy's funny," but you proved her wrong. She thought you guys were great.
That was about 40 pounds ago when I was looking like him.
No, but
you put some
they
weight on?
raved.
I did.
Where'd you get the sweater vest?
Marshall's.
It's nice.
Marshall's.
I like it.
Actually, yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like the
Marshall's.
zipper.
Comes right off.
I like that.
Yeah.
What size is that?
This will be a large right now.
I was going to
Nice.
trade shirts with you
Yeah.
after the show, but it won't fit me.
No, it's the cruise ships. I work on cruise ships.
Do you do cruise
Yeah,
ships?
I succumb to the food.
Really?
Yeah.
So
You just
tell us
throw
where,
it.
like, what islands did you go to?
I've been everywhere in the Caribbean.
Barbados?
I have. Yep, Caribbean and then Alaska. I have not been to Europe.
So you know Joe Yannetti?
I know him well.
He was up here a few weeks ago. He's co-host.
Yeah, he's a cruise
he did a
veteran.
lot- did a lot
Brad
of cruises.
Mastrangelo, a bunch
That's
of guys
the
up
weirdest dynamic to me, especially for a comedian, is
You're
on
trapped
the
on a
boat,
cruise.
you're
You're trapped
performing
there.
multiple
Everybody.
nights across how many, like 2 weeks or something?
Usually a week at a time.
Okay.
It is way better than everybody thinks.
Okay.
There is a comedy club on board now. You can do whatever you want to do, your act. It used to be you wear a suit and tie, you don't mention anything, you go right down the line. They have a comedy club. They say, if you're offended, get the fuck out of here. Here comes a show. And we can
You're
do
out at
whatever
sea.
we
You
want.
can say whatever you
International
want.
water.
Do whatever we
Yeah,
want.
right, exactly.
Yep. And it's a lot of fun.
Now, what about a heckler on the cruise? You have to see him the whole vacation.
They're handled pretty well.
they?
Oh, yeah.
Overboard?
You can make them look very silly very quickly. Joe Yannetti is the best at it.
Oh, he's unreal.
Yannetti's unreal with that.
So
yeah.
you guys just heard Bob Kraft. What do you think about this whole Brady thing?
I-
Like,
I'll let you
what's
go
your
first.
take on
I
let you
think
go
he's going to
first.
stay here. Now, granted, I have not listened to any of this bullshit. I don't have
Tunes
time.
it out, huh?
It's just fucking, I'm ignoring the noise.
What are you just banging so many broads
I'm
that
just,
you tune it out?
I'm focused.
Tahoe.
Huh?
He's in Tahoe.
I'm just focused on my own shit. I can't be bothered. But here's my thing.
I like where you're at right now, Don Zollo.
I think that he's coming back because where's he going to go? He can't go to a high-level contender because they already have their quarterback. He's not going to go to a shit team, so he's got a little window of like places he can go, and then out of those places, he has to go to the place where his brand and his family's going to fit, and then he's got to go to a place where he's going to be protected offensive line-wise, and he needs a strong coaching staff. So at the end of the day, like,
isn't he also hated in some places too? Like, aren't
Pretty much
some people?
everywhere.
Yeah, but it's a respect hate. It's not a
No,
hate.
he got booed in his hometown during the Super Bowl.
Because they
Yeah,
love
like,
him.
do
Yeah, they
teams
want to
want
be
him? Do some teams
So
not
the year
want
I was
him
in San
because of that?
Francisco, he got booed at the Super Bowl when
They
he was
don't
part of
want
the top 50 of all time. Remember that?
But if they signed him, their tune would
Sure they
change
would.
real quick. But there's such a small window of places he can go that I think he's going to end up back here. And I think that he knows most likely his best chance to win is here. And that's all that matters to the guy.
It kills me. I'm away a lot, and they won 12 games last year. And I see a lot of people from around the country when I work over on the
Some
ships.
teams haven't won 12 games in 3 years.
Do you know how many teams would trade 12 games in
I
a
know.
second? And I come up here and I listen to sports radio, and these spoiled
I know.
brats.
It's ridiculous.
The whiners.
They're done. They're done. They won 12 games last year, and they made it. They had a fluke playoff loss, which happens every now and
They
then.
just weren't that good.
But the narrative all year was he doesn't like to throw to new receivers. That's what I heard.
Yeah, true.
Because he doesn't like his new Patriots receivers. Do you think he's going to pull up stakes and go to
Yeah,
a whole
good
bunch of
point.
new receivers
That don't even work in the same system.
that had no idea what he's talking about,
Yeah.
and he doesn't like to do OTAs. So he's. I don't.
It's another one.
I
yeah.
don't think he's leaving.
What's an
doesn't
OTA?
Off-season
training.
Oh, okay.
But it's like showing up early to spring training.
To get used to a receiver.
Yeah. So like,
He
I
should
didn't
go
even
to
think
that.
about that.
Yeah.
If he doesn't like to do it here, he's
gonna
gonna
have to do it.
He
Yeah.
needs to do it at the
Well,
other
he can
place.
get his contract written up that he doesn't have to do it.
No, but I'm saying
Yeah.
if he doesn't, if he
Well,
doesn't,
what's the point?
He knows the receivers here and he doesn't do it, and people saying he doesn't like
Yeah.
new receivers. He's going to go to a whole new receiving crew.
Plus,
in
if he makes
Tennessee
the
or-
decision to go, everybody's going to hate him if he goes and is unsuccessful. So everything, yeah, he's staying.
I think
I just don't need to-
I
I
think
don't
there's a
care.
25% chance he stays and 75% chance he goes to with Vrabel in Tennessee.
I would flip it.
I flip that. I think he's coming back here.
I'll take it either way as long as he comes back.
Look, and I would also.
I'll be wrong. It's fine.
I would take.
I want him here.
I would take 3 years of 2-win seasons in a row to never see him in another uniform, and that's. I don't care.
I'm with you.
I never.
I feel the
he's
same way.
ours. He's how I picture him. I don't need Bobby Orr in a Blackhawks jersey.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way, especially if you
So
don't
do I.
have if you don't have something like Garoppolo sitting in the wings.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you had this amazing,
See these young 20-year-old kids in the stands.
They
over
have
there?
no idea.
They don't even know. All they know is success and winning. They don't know what we went
They
through.
don't know who Hugh Millen is.
They don't know. Yeah, that's right. They don't know about we didn't see a championship till 2001.
they never
That's it.
saw
Like, you
they
know?
never saw the boyhood idol playing a fucking neck brace for 8 years. Fucking Grogan.
Grogan.
the toilet seat.
He was a tough son of a gun.
He was a wicked tough guy.
But let's hope Brady comes back. I know, Kleski, you don't really care.
I don't. Yeah, I don't give a shit.
You don't care.
He can give a shit.
all.
No.
Kleski doesn't
I've
understand
skipped several
sports.
Super Bowls.
He wants to cut like Brady's Achilles. He's one of those guys.
Not that.
He'll
bad.
quit
I
the
just-
game. He'll quit the game.
I just again, it's like the coronavirus. It's like everything else. People with nothing to say talk to me about this.
Right. All right, Kleski, what do we got about this Purell?
Purell is selling for the coronavirus. I'm bringing that up
Thanks,
now.
bring it up nice.
$150 a bottle for Purell. People are trying to capitalize on this shit. Remember Jim Baker, the televangelist guy?
Yes.
He got arrested for selling a $125 cure for the coronavirus to people of the church. So, your grandma, your grandpa, he sells them a $125 fake cure.
Can I take a moment to say Jim Baker's keeping it together quite well after all these years? That guy was old like 40 years ago.
Oh, that's because he has the Fountain of Youth. Would
Yes.
you like to buy some? It's $125.
Maybe I would.
Oh, this seems weird that he's selling a bottle of something that'll make you feel better for $125, but we're just going to give you a wafer that says you can go to heaven and say that there's nothing gone with it. Have a drink of this wine
Wash it down,
because it's the blood of Jesus.
I heard he bought it off I heard he bought that off your buddy Barrett, and then sold that. Like he was the one behind the whole thing.
It's a good bottle, though.
What?
But like this guy already has he was arrested, right? He did time, right?
Oh yeah, this
The
guy.
people that are going to that congregation must have some
He's full of
idea
shit.
of that. And then he's like, how did he come up with the cure so quickly for the virus?
I
that just
know.
came out? This is like Wile E. Coyote shit. People that
Acme.
religious shit is crazy.
I just love that the religious people are, I'm sorry, I'm not religious.
Yeah, I'm not
but
either.
they'll show up and take a wafer and go, this is going to get me
Are you
upstairs.
spiritual
Yeah,
though?
Not
Like
at all.
No.
No.
Are you going to hell?
I think the computer shuts off.
You think that's the end?
That's
like,
it.
You don't believe in reincarnation?
Nope.
Me neither.
Greg, I thought the same thing, but for $125 about this pill that when I go down, I reboot.
Somebody kicks out the plug, and that's
What
it.
happens?
All right, what do we got next, Kosk?
We haven't done this in a while, but as the Monday brand grows, there are more and more companies looking to align themselves with our interests.
Yep.
So, we've been trying to make money here, and a lot of companies have ideas, but they want to put your brand on it. Your face, your heart on, everything. So we're going to run a couple by you.
My heart
Your
on.
heart on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we want to make sure that this is something you're willing to do before we give them the okay. Is that okay?
Let's check it out.
We're going to beat this horse to death with the coronavirus. These masks are selling like hotcakes, and we want to put your face on the mask. Everybody in
I
China
don't
can look
blame
as
you.
handsome as you, Carlo.
Right. I mean,
Done.
the Chinese just wish they could look like that.
It's beautiful.
Why not a better, just like a smile, or like a tongue out, like a
Well, Greg,
like a kiss tongue?
Show a little.
we have
teeth
another
there.
option where there's a slit where the lips are, and we sell those at truck rest stops.
I think
go.
they should make my lips a little more red, and then I think we'll do it. But I'm all for this. What do you think,
No,
Don?
I'm
maybe
in.
like mustard on the cheek, maybe like you had a hot dog or
I think it's a fabulous idea.
And also, if it doesn't sell, if the coronavirus thing goes away, it's a dental dam, right?
We're gonna make some money with this, right? 30%.
Definitely. Can I say yes to this?
Yeah, say yeah.
All right,
I think-
boys
yeah,
in production, tell them
definitely.
yes.
Yay.
I like it.
All right, this week, you know what? You're gonna love the next one too. I can tell you're on a roll. The next one's from Ireland. They've seen the popularity of the famous meatballs from their Italian rivals, and they want to capitalize by using an Italian champion to push
Italian
their
champion.
brand. And that's you, okay? So we're gonna put these are frozen Irish meatballs. Can we have your face on
No.
the frozen Irish meatballs?
No, never. Irish meatballs.
How much?
That makes no sense.
Honestly, it's 100,000 the first year, and that's supposed to move up by 10% every year for the next, as long as the beef.
Do you think I should just suck it up?
$100,000? You're gonna cry that you can't eat meatballs for $100,000 a year?
I mean, how good?
Zollo,
Actually, you know what?
Carlo Murphy says absolutely.
You know something? I know some Irish guys who make some great meatballs.
It's 20% ground beef, 30% potatoes, and then the rest is in Gaelic. I don't know what the other ingredients are.
The rest is regret and sadness
Guilt.
over small dick.
But how's the sauce? I just need to know how the sauce
Guinness.
tastes like.
It's made from ground
Jesus.
up grass and
It's probably
imported clovers.
disgusting.
Ground up grass.
This has got to be disgusting. I don't know if I can condone.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm on board with it. You're gonna be huge.
You microwave them
in
for
Dublin.
35 seconds each.
It'd be huge in Dublin. All right, you know
They
what?
boil.
I'll go with Zollo.
We're gonna do
And
it?
Murph. If these guys, I'll go.
Oh my God!
I've seen better. I've seen better.
Vesuvius
You guys
is gonna
turn me.
kill
You
us.
turn me. Yeah.
Swayed you.
All right, the next one we're going to do here is it's a non-cheating pill made by women for men. It was a pill that was intended to have men not get erections around women, but it kind of worked the other way because now it forces you to get erections around men. It's called Viagra, and I think it's going to sell like hotcakes.
Viagra.
Carlo, do we want to get in the pharmaceutical industry?
I don't want to have erections around men. Okay, I'm
If
sorry.
you put Brady on the bottle.
No, I mean,
you might have.
I've had an erection the whole show, so
nice.
you know.
I heard a bang on the table.
I don't think I'm really into this one.
You don't want to go to the YMCA, take a handful of these, and hang out by the pool?
No, thank you.
All right, we'll try something
Oh,
else.
wait.
Can I
we
wear
ask Don?
Can I wear sweatpants?
Yes.
With no underwear?
What about you, Don?
Go the cat.
I'm actually going against these two. I don't think you need to do it. I think it's bad for your brand.
Okay.
He's being like a real spokesman tonight.
We're not going to move the Irish meatball units that we were hoping to.
If we're doing
if you're doing
Viagra.
this.
You don't think an Irish dick needs some Viagra?
Yeah, absolutely.
Who came up with this Viagra? I would like to know who this person is.
Artie Januario heads up our pharmaceutical department. Somebody working underneath them. Somebody working
Another
under them.
Italian guy.
You guys want to go to the next one?
Yes.
All right. We all remember the commercials growing up where for $1 a day you could sponsor a child in Africa. This is a little different, but they think Mr. Money is the perfect spokesperson. This is for $30 a month. It's like a Jelly of the Month club, but you get a new foster kid every 30 days. Are you cool with this?
Dynamite.
Yeah, we got to help these poor
Carlo,
kids.
it's the gift
We
that
got-
keeps on giving.
We got to help these poor little kids.
Think of that. 12 new kids every year. And then we could probably do a special where you get 2 on Christmas.
Is it like speed dating where you pass the kid off to somebody else?
No,
at
you
the
better
end
be
of the
good at
month, or-
building bunk beds because all of these are
Oh,
going to
they
be
all
new.
stay?
accumulate.
I mean, I
you
think-
accumulate.
Greg, I'm sure your house is awesome.
Collect
The
them
kids are-
all.
Kids are going to kill you.
I want to know where the $30
I like the
goes.
accumulator.
I want to know how it's dispersed.
You
got the
robin
special
and
edition
teenies.
polka.
That's how you feed them. You just robin and teenies. That's all they
I
eat.
want them to eat maybe these Irish meatballs.
Oh, this is perfect.
This is why you can't. Then this is why you can't have Viagra. So it's got to.
This is why you can't have Viagra. That's right. Good point.
It's one or the other. You can't.
Listen, I
have it
was
around
talking about erections around men. All right.
Some of these kids will one day be men.
Yeah. Especially if you're waving your erection.
Boy, you'll be a man soon.
Just think of the options. You can customize your kids. It'd be great. Want to do one more? Yeah, I think. I don't know.
We are the world.
Shave their heads. The last one is illegal in the United States, but the United States. But this is coming from a brand in India, so there's a lot of people, a lot of money there. You know how you can sell, you can donate your organs when you die. We're gonna create a company where you sell them in advance of your death. You got a banging penis. Let's put that up on eBay. You got a liver that won't quit. Let's get some cash from that before you're too dead to appreciate the money. Right?
I love it.
What would you guys? What was like the one thing you guys would be able to sell?
Unbelievable appendix. A lot of people.
You have a great appendix.
Yeah, a lot of people have complimented me on
Seriously,
my
like
appendix.
doctors or just?
No, they're just walking down the street.
Really?
Yeah, they can tell. I can digest grass like nobody else.
Come on. And what about you, Don?
I got great kidneys.
Really?
Fantastic kidneys. People kill for my kidneys.
Donate that beard in a couple weeks, right?
Very modest.
I have great toenails. Just ask Jen and Dr. Rotundo.
I got a lot of heart.
He's got a good gallbladder.
Dirty fingernails, but great toenails.
Yeah, the fingernails thing is kind of bad. But what are you gonna do? Yeah, I think it's a great idea. We'll try it out.
Yes, but there's only how many can you live without?
Which is
No, you
second?
don't get.
No,
this is the thing.
this is when you die.
You sell it.
Oh.
You get the cash
like a
today.
reverse
When you die,
It's like layaway.
This is like reverse mortgage?
Oh, so someone put layaway on my organs.
Yeah, you sell it
This
all.
would work great in Costa Rica.
I think this is fantastic.
Instead of
What's
an
your
organ
second
donor,
best
I'm an
organ?
organ seller.
Front. My second best. Geez, I gotta go. Spleen. I think I've heard a lot about my spleen.
Really?
Yeah.
I have one really
His
nice
spleen
ball.
is huge on the internet.
It has
There's some message rooms.
oh, he's got his own little
Instagram account.
He's on Instagram. Spleen.
Murph spleen.
But this would work great.
What's your best organ, Klusky?
The one in my mouth.
Oh, your tongue?
The one that, wait, whoa. So it's someone else's organ.
Greg gets it. Greg gets it.
All right, let's go check something out. We'll be right back with more. Murphy and Zollo.
Check something out.
Dedicated to providing high-quality products and services to the New England area since 1946. With 6 locations, from their manufacturing plant in New Hampshire to their rental yard in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Lynn Ladder is the one-stop shop for all your new equipment and rental needs. Lynn Ladder has catered to contractors and homeowners for the past 72 years, no matter what size the job may be. Have a project, big or small? Then call the Ladder King today at 1-800-225-2510.
So, Klusky, what happened at Pizza Hut?
Pizza Hut employee stabbed Isaiah Hudson, 29-year-old, in his neck, arm, back, and chest because Hudson returned to the restaurant to complain that the order was incorrect. The order was for $60 worth of food. Prosecutors have declined to press charges against the 24-year-old employee who they claim was arrested. He was acting in self-defense. Can we not complain if somebody messes up? We can't even go back there. We get stabbed for that.
Have you guys had a Pizza Hut pizza?
Yeah, I have.
How was it?
The cheese came in the crust. Yeah, and the receipt as well. It was an amazing feat. Everything comes in the crust there.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a South Shore thing. We only had one in Quincy for a while, but that's it. I'm a Domino's guy.
You like that place?
Yeah, it's not bad.
What's your favorite pizza place? You're kind of
So
amphibious.
You talking about
north to
chain?
south.
A chain pizza place?
I'm saying your authority on pizza. You get to go anywhere.
So it's back to the bar pizza. Linwood, Town Spa, Poopsies, and
There's a bar called Poopsies?
it's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
I've always wanted to eat at Poopsie.
Poopsies.
What's
Always
the
eat
what's the
Poopsies.
bathroom like at Poopsies?
It's a long line. You can only go number one, ironically, which is very strange.
Oh, it's got just a urinal?
Yeah. You can get a good Papa Gino's.
Have you guys ever crapped in a urinal?
Yeah, I miss Papa Gino's.
Have you ever crapped in a urinal?
Sink.
Huh?
A bathroom sink.
Yeah, but you never shit in a urinal?
I have not.
No.
Be a man. Shit in the barrel.
I've been outside before.
I was
But
at
a
this.
urinal.
I was at this like Irish club years ago, and like there was this guy taking a crap in the urinal, and I walked in there one time. It was,
Irish.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You didn't think there was
hammered.
was someone full on the other side?
Yeah.
or-
No, there was a open toilet. Like, I don't know.
Never seen one before.
So, what about Pizza Hut? The roof. Do you know anything about the roof?
I don't know anything about the roof, but my favorite thing in the world is when you can drive by a building that used to be a Pizza Hut, and they try to play it off like they weren't a Pizza Hut.
But they have to keep the roof. That's their staple.
It's probably
You knew that, right?
but it's like Steve's Laundromat. You drive by and you're like, he used to be a fucking Pizza Hut, you idiots. At least be Laundry Hut and play the game.
All right, we have some fan art.
Yeah, people fucking love this show. They love you guys. They love to draw. So we show their whatever they send in. Actually, we can't show some of them, but this week we picked 3. A few weeks ago, there was a story on the show about baseball players taking steroids. Juan from Brockton sent this in. I'm not sure if this is Don Zollo or Carlo putting a needle in a jacked baseball player.
It's probably me. It's really lean.
Yeah, that's definitely you. Where'd you get the horse steroids?
That's definitely. Where'd you get the equipoise?
So what?
Is there a question? Or we just
they were trying to figure out if it was you or Carlo.
Oh, that's me.
I think it was just a young kid who drew a picture and was hoping that you'd say something nice about it, but, you could be a dick.
Yeah, look at your groin and your legs. That's definitely you.
How hard is it to draw a fucking baseball bat? Look at that thing. It looks like
a turkey leg.
It looks like oars, like boat oars. All right, let's move on to the next one.
A+ for spelling, though.
Michelle from Situate loves Graig Murphy. She sees him every time he plays on the South Shore, and she sits in the front row. She wants to be a Miss Monday. She's quite an artist, though. What do you think?
It looks kind of like me, and I actually still own that shirt.
Do you recognize Michelle?
No, but she looks good.
Is that her? Is that her?
I think so, yeah.
I'm a little disappointed that it says Mrs., so she's obviously married.
She wants to cheat.
Hey. No.
Give her some Viagra.
Why do I have my pinky out, by the way? What is it, my dainty?
I don't know.
My index finger's huge on the other side.
I think she's got what it takes to be in this Monday between the...
It looks like Flint, like the Flintstones.
Being so buxom and her initiative to send in and,
It's not enough.
It's like the talent portion of the Miss America thing.
She's not sitting around waiting for Miss Monday.
We should also have that. We should extend categories of the Miss Monday thing. Let's see a talent. Okay, so now... all of them look amazing in a T-shirt. Can they do anything else? That would be cool. Like, what could they do? Anything with their hands in that motion.
They all have a talent.
Yeah.
Every Miss Monday.
No,
has
I
a
know
talent.
they do. I'm saying let's show it off.
Prove it.
How many balloons can they pop without their hands? Stuff
Can you
like
play
that.
the trumpet
without their hands? Yeah, exactly. You guys want to do another?
I would love to.
Let's do another one.
Please.
Love or hate Breaking Ball's affiliate Bubby Yaga. People are concerned that they haven't seen him in a while. Nicky Nuts from Needham made this, and he can't wait till we find Bubba.
penis.
Where the hell is Bubba?
He's dead. Did you know Bubba died?
He fucking died?
Bubba's dead.
Is this a real guy?
Yeah, he used to be a host on the show. Great guy.
Oh.
He's dead.
Oh.
He died. He broke his leg and then he died.
We're wasting a lot of milk cartons then.
I mean, I hope he...
That's official?
I hope he comes back to
Fell
life.
down the stairs. He's dead.
He fell down the stairs, and when he fell down the stairs, he squashed a couple kids.
The show still sucks.
Oh, shit. Is he here? Oh, fuck, yeah.
Is that the guy? Is that the guy?
Oh my God, he's alive! I'm dead! He's fucking alive!
Holy shit! Bubba Yaga! Wow! Holy shit!
He's walking, too.
Wow! He's like half the man. He's like half the man he used to be.
I started at 8 o'clock. I just got in.
All right, so
got another one?
Yeah, we got one more.
The last one's from Rebecca from
I haven't
Boston.
seen him in months.
She saw
Rebecca from
Mr.
Boston.
Monday. See if you whatever the fuck. Mr. Monday, this is you at a Celtics game. That's pretty.
Monday.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, the court size is
They want to know if I can
definitely
dunk. I used to be able to dunk with a volleyball. I couldn't dunk a basketball. I couldn't dunk a basketball.
That's from when you met Donnie. Do you think Donnie Wahlberg drew that? He was the only guy there.
Might have been.
There's obviously a Jamaican guy in the crowd with that Mon sign.
Celts Mon.
I just don't know which one of them it is because there's like 5 orange Trump guys and then there's a yellow guy and then good coloring though. It's a diverse crowd at the game.
And Boston's a pretty. Yeah,
That's true.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's true.
This kid had a lot of crayons.
Rebecca, thank you. All right, so what about this Corey Feldman thing?
Okay, so tonight at 11 o'clock, for the people that can handle it, we're going live. There's a documentary coming out. Corey Haim, Corey Feldman, 2 kids from the 80s. They were actors, and they were molested by everybody in
Wasn't
Hollywood.
he in E.T., that guy? That kid?
Yeah, he reached out and touched him, and now we're going to hear about it. They're going to out different people. So what we're doing is we're creating a fantasy-style pool of all of the gentlemen that were in the area who may have molested them. We're going to watch the documentary live, and you can watch us watch it. Who molested who? Was Steven Spielberg?
Yeah, he molested.
Was it Tom Hanks?
No.
No.
Alan Thicke.
What was Hanks?
Tom Hanks
What was
would-
Hanks? What was
No.
Hanks in with him?
He's
No way.
just big.
I know Sheen. I know Charlie Sheen's in the mix.
Emilio Estevez.
So what we'd like you to do is,
dark horse.
if you have some guesses as to who they might be, drop them in the comments.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a draft, probably an hour before the show.
Oh, Hanks was in Burbs.
There you go. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. With What's his name?
With
Bruce
Feldman.
Dern. We have Bruce Dern on the list as
Those
well.
two kids were confused.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad for those two kids.
But directors, producers, if they're named in this documentary, we get a point. The winner gets a. I don't know what we're gonna get.
Dark Horse. Who's the Goonies? The older brother.
Yeah, that's a Goonies guy.
Oh, Thanos.
Yes.
Ooh.
No, Thanos.
Why don't we give
Josh Brolin?
Let's give an I Love Mondays cooler. We have one here.
And I Love Monday's cooler to the winner of the. Yeah.
This
that's
is
great.
completely
inappropriate.
Libel, I believe is the word. Libelous.
Yeah.
I believe this segment is called.
That's the whole point. Is because it's libelous, nobody will air this. So it's a one-time pay-per-view
You guys are doing
special.
a draft at 11?
We're gonna watch it, and you can't watch it, but you can watch us watch it, and we'll give you all the juicy details.
It's going to be on Facebook Live.
Yep. Facebook Live, Twitch, YouTube. We're out in
Facebook.
Hollywood tonight.
Facebook.
This is a public service announcement.
I was going to let that slide. Tonzo, thank you for calling it out.
Brian Dennehy, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, jeez.
Come on, Richard Dreyfuss. Nobody's safe.
What about Stallone?
Nah, he wasn't in any movies.
No.
Stallone would
You don't
never
think
do
he
that.
did anything
We need like
weird?
at least 1 degree of separation.
Someone just said Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
We have Kiefer and Donald.
Yeah, Waterworld.
Richard Masser, John Travolta, Randy Quaid, Charlie
Travolta.
Sheen, Malcolm McDowell, C. Thomas Howell,
What was Kiefer? That was
Travolta did a lot
Lost
of weird
Boys,
stuff.
and Stand By Me.
Stand By Me.
Both. And The Lost Boys.
He did a lot of weird stuff, that guy.
On a tangent, on Stand By Me, it's a complete bullshit movie. You don't pull a gun on Kiefer Sutherland and then the next day he doesn't come to your house and shoot you dead.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They,
He was the
they
scariest
pull a
person.
gun on one of the scariest guys on the planet as like just a villain.
That's a good point. I never
and all
thought
of a sudden
about
they're
that.
like, well, it just happened. Richard Dreyfuss, well, it just happened, and then I grew up and wrote a novel. Like, it just goes away.
Yeah, like they
they never saw each other again in time. Like, hey, remember that time you pulled a fucking gun on me?
Who told you had a fat one with a chance?
Oh,
He
I
got-
thought about that.
He would have got killed.
Yeah. That was Labor
Sorry.
Day weekend, right?
No, you good?
Yeah, so like, first day of school, he would have been done.
Yeah.
Eyeballs Chambers didn't go to fucking school.
Yeah, and there's no way Tim Robbins fit into the warden's shoes to get out of there. There's no chance.
So what do you got coming up for shows, you, Donnie?
This weekend I'm off, and next weekend I'm in, I don't even
Salt Lake
know,
City again?
Wakefield and Peabody and
You're all
I
over
think
the
Melrose. It's glamorous.
How about you, my man?
So I got the Irish four-leaf clover tour coming up.
Really?
Starting Thursday, what would Thursday be? The 10th is tomorrow.
Because of St. Patrick's Day.
Yep, it's all St. Patrick's shows.
A lot of
12th
guys
is-
will be shitting in urinals at those places.
Absolutely. It's Christine Hurley, Paul Gilligan,
Oh, yeah.
Will
Two great
Noonan,
ones.
Pat Collins, and it's going to be, the first show is in Lexington at Waxy O'Connor's.
You guys are all together?
Yeah.
What a crew.
Like 5 days in a row.
Holy
Banger
shit.
show.
Yeah,
That's a
Waxy
great
O'Connor's,
show.
Florian Hall in Dorchester, Irish Village, 2 nights in a row, Saturday and Sunday down in Yarmouth. And then we come up here to another venue, but I'll tell you, one of them is also the Black Box Theater in Peabody.
We should go. Ask.
Absolutely.
I've been
That's
in the
a
Black
great
Box
card.
before. Yeah.
It's nice. I've never been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been in the black
I
box.
was letting him set that
Poor
one up.
guy.
I used to have a black box to watch Spice Channel.
Right.
That's why my thumb doesn't work.
Spice.
It's
You know what we were
How
talking
about
about
when
the
it
other
used to be
day?
like squiggly and you'd be like,
Yeah, and you had to,
I think I see a
hit the
nipple!
button 16 times
How
to
is
get the
that
thing
not
to
a
come in out of
fetish?
squiggle.
How is that not a fetish now?
Like that should be a category on like
What, black box?
Like
Cable.
like the
Squiggly
squiggly
cable.
line. So
Oh,
many
yeah.
people probably first started jerking off
Oh,
to that
God,
type
yeah.
of porn. That
Like if there's
why is
mumble
that not-
rap, why isn't there
Yeah.
squiggle porn?
There was
Yeah.
a skill to have your thumb hit it at the correct time on that button.
Yeah.
And then at the other end.
We had a thing. This was the weirdest thing. I don't know how this piece of information got discovered, but
is this a Saugus thing?
yeah, it is a Saugus thing. On the back of the cable box, there was like a metal grate. It had a bunch of little circles, and somebody discovered if you took a bobby pin and you put it through the circles and you slanted it downward here into the cable box and scraped the floor of the cable box, you'd get every channel for like 2 days.
Like
And
there
then-
was almost like a film over it to block it from happening, and you just scratched it off.
Yeah, and you just scratch it, and then it would be on for 2 days. It would go out. You do it again, and boom, it was back.
And there was
it
a
was
year,
amazing.
There was a year where it was squiggly, but the sound still came in.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was good
That
enough.
was good.
That was pretty much good enough for a 13-year-old at the time. And that'll do.
How about the guys who used to go up you climb the telephone post for you and do cable for you? Do you guys
What?
Oh, give him a tucky, give him a 50, and then
Oh,
Yeah.
like
All day long.
the Fugazi
I had
cable.
it. I had it for like 6 years. Okay, if you want to fucking get me back, cable company.
I thought tits were tie-dyed for the first 6 years of my life.
So how can people find you on social media?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I don't check Instagram as much as I should, but it's screwed up spelling, Graig.
Yeah, how did you come up with this spelling?
I did
of that name?
not.
Your
My
parent?
mother did.
Why'd you do it that way?
I am the youngest of 41 first cousins on my father's side.
How many Greigs are there?
None. That's the thing. There was 6 Patricks.
She wanted you so different.
She wanted me so different.
Who you are?
So it was Greg Nettles is the guy.
Craig Nettles.
That was on TV at the time. She knows nothing.
Baseball
she
player.
she knew nothing.
She named you after Greg Nettles?
She doesn't know anything about baseball. She's watching the game. She goes, I like the way that guy spells his name. Turns out he's a fucking Yankee asshole.
Yeah.
Third baseman.
Yeah, a dick. And a
I think
real
he's a
dick.
Hall of Famer.
I met him once and I said, hey man, I have the same spelling in your name. And he
That's
couldn't
right,
even
Greg
couldn't even
Nettles.
give a shit about it.
Wow.
They called him Craig, though.
It was like me and him and that's it. No, they called him Greg.
Did you Google that name and there's only 2 people like that?
There's a couple other. It's Welsh. It's not like completely out of nowhere.
I didn't know that that's how you got that.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was so that they just got rid of. They got sick of. They got out of names.
Did he play third and first or just third?
I knew him as third for the Yankees. I know he
He
played.
played for the Padres, too.
at one point.
I mean, he's in the end. They talk about him at the end of the Bruce Springsteen video. I think it's Glory Days. He's like talking about his pitching. He goes, "How'd you do?" He goes, "Nettles got me in the 9th."
Yeah, he was a dick.
Is he
cooked his bat once with.
He was a hell of a player.
Cooked his bat once with Super Balls.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You remember those little Super Balls?
Oh, yeah.
He did the barrel and put like 6 Super Balls in it.
I
And it
like 'em
exploded
already.
during the game,
Right.
and like 9
They went
Super
up,
Balls
yeah.
went everywhere. And people like, what the happened? It just happened.
They say now that they think that actually hurts your fucking batting, like
Really?
your power. And I just think it's hilarious that like you think it gives you the edge, so you go out there and you do it, and you've actually been hurting yourself.
I can just
unless
picture
it's
him-
a placebo.
I just picture him in the Star Market thing, putting quarters in those things,
Yeah.
waiting for 12 Super
Well,
Balls
I mean,
to pop out.
You played. It's still bat speed. It's gonna maybe not power, but
It
it's
is.
gonna
but
get you around.
It's
to the
going to
ball.
get the ball around faster, the bat around faster. But I don't know if it's going to give it the oomph to get out of the
No,
ball.
I don't think it's power.
Remember Manny's bat speed?
Yeah.
Manny Ramirez.
Yep.
Freaking
The
unbelievable.
guy was pretty good.
What about when George Brett went crazy that time with the pine top?
It's one of the best things.
Yeah,
That
I-
I totally,
One of the best.
I totally agree with everything he did in that.
Yeah,
episode.
so do I.
Yep.
I love it. It's fantastic. And I remember 1984. I think it was 1984 Flair baseball cards. They actually memorialized it and they gave it its own card. And I was like, that's fucking awesome.
So I love if you watched it, the announcers like here, they were just looking at him like here, and here he goes, and he comes.
I
out
like love how fucking
What did he bat that year? 390?
390 in
Probably, yeah.
1980.
96 or something?
No, 1980.
And
he
it's
batted
not even
390.
the most legendary story of him.
What is
Oh,
it?
Like
Tell
the crab story. You
Yeah.
can Google it. You can look at the. You've heard the story before.
Yeah.
Him having crab meat in Vegas and
Shit in his pants.
literally just walk. He goes, I'm walking through the hotel. I felt a little gurgle, and then water. And he had to like put like paper under his feet to walk back to the hotel room.
My
He was
favorite
so-
part is how much he owns that story. He doesn't even
Yeah.
know he's being videotaped,
No.
and he's just pounding his chest, telling these guys about how he shit his pants. And he's like, "Yeah, so anyways, I'm walking through the lobby, the Bellagio, just shit everywhere, man, like everywhere." And these guys are like, "I can't believe he's telling me this story." I always think George Brett and Wade Boggs. Those are the two guys I want to go drinking with, especially with the 64 or 56 beers.
What do you think it really was?
Here's the thing.
6 hours.
It couldn't have been.
It's
50.
6.
I heard that
Boggs could hit.
It's 6+ hours.
I heard that they hit the runway to refuel midway through the country. So if there's a refueling
6 plus.
stop, you're
It's
talking
an extra time.
You're
Yeah.
talking 7 hours. If you're a hard drinker, I think you could do 56.
And
I
it's
mean,
beer.
And the other thing too is the way that people have verified this story, like with such nonchalance, like so who drinks the most beer you've ever? Oh, Wade Boggs. It's not even close. I remember watching him drink, 56 beers, and they're like the level of like conviction that they have makes me believe that it's true.
I know kids in high school that would do a 30 pack.
look,
So if he could
right,
probably,
But
you know what I mean?
here's the thing, and I love drinking beer. But when you set records on drinking beer, it's when you didn't realize you were going to set a record that day. If someone said to you,
Right.
"Hey, drink 42 beers today," I can do that. That's when you screw up. I've had Thanksgivings when Thanksgiving days where I knew I was anchoring in, and my sister would go, "Do you realize what you did today?"
I remember on spring break, and we were able to make heads or tails of this from the receipts we had in our pocket, plus the empty 30 packs that we came back with. We came back, and between like 5 of us, there was an average between all the receipts and empties of 42 beers for each person throughout the course of an entire day. But that's also in the sun, so you're sweating that shit out into the pool.
I've hung out with a Tonzo. That's child's play.
Did you guys ever drink Heffenreffers?
Yeah, I remember it. I don't think I've ever
those
had
things
it.
would kill you.
It was
Is
like
that
it was a
beer?
malt liquor,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Head wreckers.
I think I tried it, but like it was
Those
like
are
just it
strong.
was like taste this.
Yeah,
It's
remember
awful.
those, Phil?
This whole new.
That's how strong it is. Even Phil's like, ooh, I don't know. I can't handle that.
So I've always been a beer guy, and that's it. But this whole craft beer industry thing is like, somebody hands you a beer, and you go, "That's pretty good," and then you turn around and go, "Oh, it's got 12% ABV alcohol. Good. I can't wait to fall down later because I've had."
Do you like this craft beer crap?
No, not really.
What do you do? A Bud Light guy?
I'm a Miller Lite guy.
Oh,
Yeah, always been. Miller and Coors, I can handle.
What about Lowenbrow?
I mean, is that better than Meisterbrow?
Do you remember Lowenbrow?
I remember Meisterbrow.
Meisterbrow sucked.
Leinenkugel.
Lowenbrow was
Leinenkugel. Not
Leinenkugel was good.
that's a Wisconsin beer. And what was the one that everyone was freaking out when it came up here, and it kind of sucks? Is Yingling.
Yeah.
It was such a hype when they came up here.
I mean, the can's pretty. That's about it.
Because I worked for a beer distributor for 5 years, 6 years, and it was all.
How many Red Bulls did you drink when you were working for
Probably
Red Bull?
one a day.
One a day, that's
Yeah.
it, huh?
That's about it. Yeah.
Because you were drinking like 12 beers.
During the day? No. I had a stupid CDL license. That would have ruined me. But no, those Red Bulls are going to kill people.
I know. Good show tonight, guys. Thank you.
Hey, thanks, man.
Donnie Z.
Yeah!
Yes!
Thanks for bringing this guy.
Thank you
Great
very
job.
much.
Great
Thank you,
job.
guys. Thank you, guys.
Another Monday come and gone. Live your life to the fullest this week. Let's go. We'll see you Monday on 3. 1, 2, 3.